everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Titans are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Texans, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Going to throw right side here, complete. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A run, it's Murray. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down. Mariota to sneak it. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack, They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prep for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Mariota on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'll be get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, Murray. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
That's been a pretty darn good drive to start things off here in this game. Move the ball downfield well, and after that run, they're set up at first and goal.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll try and pound it in with Fowler, the fullback. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Second and goal to go now. Now they'll run. Murray. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. DeMarco Murray. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Miller, the lone setback. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
And And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. First down, Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Mariota now on 2nd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Mariota now to throw on first down. His throw incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, Mariota again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A toss to Murray. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
They'll come out in the pistol. Second down, Mariota. Dancing to his left. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it's good enough for a Tennessee first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Look at the juke. A strong running. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of... bounds at the 23. And now out comes Houston. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Daquan Jones coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practicing the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. This is Miller. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Murray the lone setback. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Mariota now to throw on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That was second down run for Murray. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Nine yards to go. It's third down. On third down, Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So the Titans are forced to punt as Brett Kern is on to do the honors.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Dumps it complete to Miller. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Shift together here from the D-line. 1st down, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Mariota. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Rashard Matthews the intended target, and it's now 4th and 3. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Returnable here from the 38. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now out comes Houston. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now out comes Houston. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Looking to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And a gain there of 11 yards.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards. And quickly they get to the line. 1st down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A first down throw for Mariota. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Titans are going to have a first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So the offense has it first and 10. Mariota now to throw on first down. Pass incomplete. He was looking for DeMarco Murray out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So second and 10 here.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
The second down throw here for Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed, they will keep possession of the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long here for Mariota. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And here comes the Texans now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it again with Miller. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Third down and 8 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Out of his end zone, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They pitch it out to Murray. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On third down, Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Back now in Nashville, it's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Second down, Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he locates Walker, complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. Mariota now on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Mariota on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Mariota again. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody Nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 96 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. The Titans offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So completion on second down, that brings up third. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. Looking deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And now out comes Houston. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On second down, here's Miller. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They come out here in the eye. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. They'll run with Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there. And it's third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Second down, Mariota. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down, Mariota. Escapes. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Another pistol look here. Mariota now on second down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.